Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it took a little while. But finally they have got their game up and going. This is the first game we'll be casting here in this 1v1 Vanilladeluxe tournament. And I'm pretty hyped. I hope you are as well. In the bottom hand corner of Mil Road, we got spawning a newcomer. Pretty high in the ranking nowadays. It's Mr. Ghost, and I think he is from China if I'm not mistaken, playing as the Soviets. And he's going for a double engineer opener to conscripts. And on the other side, we got a well-known player, super entertaining, super aggressive. Plays every faction as if they were Soviets, always throws away his infantry. It's none other than VonIvan playing as the Ost here. And of course, special rules in this tournament are no commanders allowed, also no intel bulletins. So we're gonna see the true and utter power of the vanilla factions. This of course is played on the patch preview / tournament mode. And I'm curious. Suppression goes off in the center here. MG42 pushes forward. Meantime, got some grenadiers on the flank. The second grenadier squad is already in the build. While Ghost is already making his 5th unit. Another conscript coming up. Heavy infantry build. And a lot of map control already. If you just look at that. With that double engineer, you can capture a lot of map very quickly. Should bump his income up quite nicely. MG setting up in the meantime. Engineer versus engineer, but the MP40s will probably win here. And it forces the retreat quite fast. MG is moving over, probably wants to start shooting at that conscript. Does he notice it in time? Will Ghost act upon it? He does see the setup. Is staying in front of it and does get suppressed.
Stand and shoot! Stand and shoot!
But the flank is already coming. Another conscript is moving up. And this MG42 is flanked. Nice maneuver there from Ghost. Forces away from Ivan immediately. MG back to base is always a lot of wasted time. So far, battle lines are being drawn. Map is divided quite evenly. So yeah, we're already seeing some tech, no tech yet from VonIvan. And there we go, battle phase 1 is cooking. And field infirmary has been unlocked for Ghost. And of course in this patch it's cheaper, 50 manpower cheaper. And another big change is that the grenade package is merged. So that's quite interesting as well. Curious to see whether motors will be used. First flamethrower is already up. Always good for that extra DPS. And a big austere blob moving forward here. Triple grenadier followed by the MG. Forcing away a couple cons. Nice maneuver from Ghost though. Goes straight for the cutoff. Making sure VonIvan doesn't have that much income. And we even see a 4th grenadier building. This is going to be LMG Grand Galore, it seems. We already have a medic, no medics yet for VonIvan. So that's probably going to be tough for him. And good building of sandbags by Ghost. And I wonder what he's going to get next. He has got his support weapon companion up already. Is he going for an MG or maybe a Zis gun to support his army? MG42 capturing the fuel. It can be flanked on the left hand side, but will Ghost see this in time. Will it be in time? Will the MG change arc? And it does change arc in time. Constance are moving in a heavy cover though. Good dodge there on the rifle nade. And he charges forward to just shoot at the MG. Good maneuver. Probably going to force away the MG here. One model goes down already there. VonIvan was already picking up and moving out. And now has the heavy cover advantage here against these cons. Off against the Grenadiers. Another Grenadier moving up the side though. Nice rifle nade. No warning was heard. And the Grenadiers are forcing away Ghost from his own fuel. The Ghost hasn't been sitting still. He has aggressively captured his opponent fuel. Good maneuvers there. Ziskin is already coming up. Soviet's going strong. And VonIvan, the absolute mad lad, is going for the 5th Grenadier. These are unseen things. This is interesting, because this means the Ziskin will be quite useless except for barrage. And I'm curious to see how this is gonna work. Ooh, conscript is getting low. 2 models remaining. Doesn't see the time. Is retreating now. Needs to go through the Storm Pioneers. I'm going to see body block. No real body block. Rifle nade on the retreat path. Misses. Another 2 Grenadiers. This is Forrest Grump running for his life here. Is he going to make it? Looks like they are going to make it. That must madden VonIvan a little bit. That getting away. Quite unfortunate there for VonIvan.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Ooh, nice flame burst there. But these engineers are not the healthiest. I wouldn't stick around too long. Yeah, good retreat there from Ghost. And so far, I'm really liking what Ghost is showing up.
Supply sector under attack.
Grenadiers here trying to capture. They do get forced away before the decap happens. And the fuel looking good there for Ghost. I would say if he gets his engineers at the base, he can probably tack up for the T-70. Meantime, VonIvan is going up for tier battle phase 2. That's interesting. 1 energy Gren coming up.
Taking our territory.
First barrage coming in against the heavy cover. And the Grenadiers are taking quite a bit of damage. VonIvan doesn't really see it. Another shot. Oh, those are getting low. Now he retreats. Gets away with 3 models there, all just held together by a piece of duct tape.
Securing our territory.
And Ghost is tacking up here. Are we going to see the T-70 coming? I mean, Ostwind or P4 is quite far away. I haven't seen any tellers go down. And Ghost already has the sweeper available. I'm not liking the situation for VonIvan at all. A nice MG setup though. Immediately suppresses the conscript. Another Ura, nice Ura. Flanks the MG, but is immediately getting shot at by the Gren. Meantime, bottom hand side, conscript goes down. And the multitasking is taking its toll.
Light tank ready for orders.
But now comes the T-70, so 1 conscript went down, but T-70 is here, and this is a huge power spike for Ghost. VonIvan no AT available, except not even doesn't even have the mission for the Faust. But this barrage is a little late. And there comes the T-70, workhorse of the Rodina, at least in this game. And it is probably going to slaughter some Grenadiers. But VonIvan has nice manpower. Shooting at the heavy cover is not the thing you want to do. You want to shoot at the squad that's approaching. Faust gets clicked on. That's a shame. Engineer nearby. And fresh conscript has been built. Good VP control now for VonIvan. Triple cap is on the way. And I think VonIvan is going straight for the P4. Well, that is a daring move. And Ghost now strapped for manpower. And he has a lot of ammunition. I would love for Ghost to plant more mines. Already planted a mine here. I mean, VonIvan doesn't have a sweeper yet. Another rifle nade going in. Retreats after the hit. Way to not lose too much manpower. Another Faust going in. This might be a tricky Faust. Might lose that. Not a good hit. Our engineers didn't go for another flame burst. Instead they were immediately clicked on the T-70. That's a shame. Might have killed it there. And the huge amount of infantry that the VonIvan has is just holding Ghost in the base. Right, T-70 hasn't really gone to work yet. Still on 0 kills. Power spike is not happening yet. And now even a cut-off maneuver with an MG setting up. Yeah, Conscript trying to get out of base. Can't really do a lot. Now that T-70 is here. Shooting at some bags. Really angry at the bags. And look at that, VonIvan already has a Faustin Grenadier available.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. We are losing a sector.
And the P4 is already in the build now. 12-minute P4. Well played there by VonIvan. Really didn't lose any manpower to this T-70. Only got 2 kills yet. This gun is available. I saw at least 1 mine. And what is Conscript? I mean, the heroes of the Regina are brave, but standing against 3 Grenadiers and the Pioneer might be a little much. Maxim out. Gonna help suppress a bunch of these Grenadiers. Good hits there from the T-70. Crossing away 2 Grenadiers quite easily. No AT nades yet for Ghost, so no way to snare the P4. I hope he quickly builds another Ziskin because he definitely needs it. Meantime, LMG Grant's absolutely shredding the engineers here. Engineers in the sense are looking at that MG. And there comes the P4, opens up on a Maxim. Where's the Ziskin? Ziskin is moving up, it's setting up. Can we get a shot in? Oh, nice hit there. Can we get a second one? No second one, no second shot. Ooh, is this gun being flanked there by the NMG Gren? That is not the unit you want to lose. Seconds isn't a build, good decision making there. And VonIvan, even with 5 Grens, is just floating like a mad lad. Going for the sniper now. Threatens with the Faust, but I don't think he actually had the munitions ready yet. And slowly but surely, Ghost is being pushed into his base.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Ooh, rifle nade going in, no dodge. Oof. 2 models and a whole bunch of health. Now that T-70 is in trouble. And nothing to stop this P4 from going in. One Ziskin lining up, T-70 gets hit. And gets taken out. Oh, another connection from the Ziskin, but the final shot is not there. I don't see any mine on the retreat either. It's so cocky that VonIvan still doesn't have a sweeper.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Another Ziskin garage going in. The MG is getting away. Replicons now shooting up these Grants. Oh, another rifle grenade, not dodged. Huge amount of health damage, 2 models down. There's only 300 points remaining now for Ghost. VonIvan looking very strong. And is he tacking up? Didn't tack up yet. But not too far off a second P4 if he wants to get that.
Enemy forces are securing our territory. We have a full complement.
I really need to check something.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. Infantry has spotted me. That's everyone. Grenadiers ready.
Oh, right. Yeah, Von is not getting a pack, but doesn't really need anything to go with the pack. And he's doubling down on the armor now. Dutchman coming up, gonna do a lot of damage here. Conscripts on the retreat.
Has arrived.
And the Ghost managed to tack up. He's not too far over T-34. Oh, nice Siskin barrage. He's gonna get away. He really needs to get some VP control. I mean, he's capturing far in the left with the engineers, but that's just a manpower bleed at this point.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Whenever he does get a tank, he has good fixies though. Vet 3 and Vet 2 on the engineers.
A sector has been
Oh, but VonIvan is pouncing. Here he goes. P4 driving in. Oswin driving close to the AT guns. AT guns completely caught out of position. And Ghost throws in the towel. I think this was a very good play from Ghost. If he could have done a little bit more with that T-70. When the T-70 came out, there was no AT available for VonIvan, so would have been a whole deletion of forces there. But he just kept getting Fausted, unfortunately. GG well played to both. Game 1 won by VonIvan. Ah! Alrighty, we are underway. Game number 2. First win went to VonIvan, and now he is spawning on the left hand side with his USF. No WC-51s, of course, but we might see a quick M20. That is the power. No Cap Rifleman to support it though. Goes on the right hand side, spawning as the OKW, and King Kubel is already on the field there. It looks like it's going straight towards the standard point. Brilliant. Volksgrenadier following it up. And in the meantime, VonIvan is casually building some of his riflemen. Both players capturing the fuel, but 2 riflemen going towards the enemy. I think we'll have our first engagement here quite fast. See how it goes. Stern Pioneers storming forward. What's the Kubel going to do? It's going in for the push. Epic Kubel plays. Snowbrain is closing the distance.
Krauts are sniffing around our asses. Tactical
One model
point
for
being
one. That's a
captured.
win for VonIvan. But he did take some health damage there. Kubel opening up with the long range shot. Now Rifleman just quickly retargeting at the Snowbrainius. And at the moment you can see that Ghost is a little slow. Volkswagen are not moving out. King Kubel doing work. He's chipping away at that Rifleman. No models dropped yet. Volkswagen are coming close now. They get one model off. Crash Rifleman is back. This Kubel is just going. Almost vet one already. Snowbrain is retreating. Volkswagen are not in cover. There's heavy cover here. That's probably the spot you want to have. And in the north, Volkswagen have managed to push away the rear echelon. Look at the low health here. King Kubel is just lighting it up. Volkswagen are already up to 3 kills. This is a good engagement there for Ghost. A lot of manpower won.
Ready for action.
And to make matters worse, there's just another Rifleman with sub-zero health on his models. He needs to run. So I wonder whether VonIvan is going to... He's getting the lieutenant out now. Is he just going to reinforce or is he going to wait till he has a ambulance out? Because pushing with these low health units is going to be tough. And there's no way to heal them up without the ambulance. And it's a shame that Kubel went to capture this and not decap the fuel. Probably would have been worth a lot more. Kubel getting some fixies.
Hold. Regimental HQ for mechanized units.
And I think VonIvan is going out. He's leaving this one behind. So below the 50 health threshold is what he thinks is the way not to go. Not to use the unit. Volkswagen are waiting. But that's a lot of angry USF men. Kubel coming forward as well. Let's get a model. Kubel already getting models and the Stormbrainians are behind some decent cover here. This Kubel is already fed to 5 kills. Kubel OP at the moment.
Americans are making a push.
Nice grenade there. Does he get any suppression or no suppression? Lieutenant marching forward. Time very low health Rifleman. And VonIvan is going for the 50 cal. No, he cancelled the 50 cal. He's tacking up. I would have expected to get for him to get a ambulance first, because he is just bleeding manpower. It's insane. Triple cap is up. Ghost is completely owning at the moment. Up to semis, haha. Up to the semis today. And just look at it. Well, I don't know about you, but there's already a Lux coming up. VonIvan is not too far off the Steward though. Same can be said about the Puma. That I think will come quite fast as well. Something actually comment about the state of the American healthcare system. Well, yeah, state isn't too good. Oh, but VonIvan is going to waste manpower on the 50 cal now. He desperately wants to get that Kubel. King Kubel is already up to 8 kills. Already paid for itself in manpower. Quite brilliant. Already got some SDGs popping. And a nice cutoff, and just the entire map is red. And even these rear echelons can't change anything about it.
Light tank ready for action. The enemy has cut our supply chain.
There's a nice force grenadier on the retreat path. This is going to be brilliant. It's a little cold on here, so I just need to get my jacket. 50 cal comes on the field, forces away the Volks. And the Lux also makes his entrance known. Over after 2 kills, chasing down.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Chasing down the lieutenant. Stewart is coming up. So there is a counter available. Oh no, not the King Kubel. Not the King Kubel. Get away. Managed to get out of there. And VonIvan has to do a lot of work with the Stewart. Meantime, 50 cal of an MG34 coming up to lock down a part of the map. Triple cap still going strong. 7 minutes in, we're already down 200 points here for VonIvan. And there's already enough fuel in the bank to get a Puma out. So, and still no healing. So still very bad American healthcare system. So I'm feeling an ace game at the moment. Puma is in the build. Stewart isn't here. Stewart really needs to like kill the Lux in like 0.5 minutes. Oh, we actually cancelled it for a second. It's going in. Do we have any Faust available? There's a lot of Faust available. 1 Faust going in, 2 Faust going in already. Good damage there, forcing the Stewart away. 50 cal, good positioning. Gets the Storm Pioneers off the field. VonIvan can't change anything about the fact that there's still a triple cap. Another 40 points have gone down. 3 Volks Grenadiers with STGs now marching on the fuel. 50 cal is coming forward. Quick fixies on the Stewart. The Puma is already there. Lucius goes forward as well. And this 50 cal might set up, but this is going to be in a tough spot. 2 units firing and Luke's firing as well. Goes for an immediate retreat. On the right hand side, lockdown is happening. MG34 guarding the side of the map. It's all up to the Stewart. It's a tough job and he even gets Fausted again. That's not what you want to have happening. Stewart Fausted, Puma running forward. Just clicked on it, prioritize vehicles. And Doom is spelling here. Does he have enough munitions? Gets a shot in, needs 1 more shot I think. That needs another shot. And another Faust. And he takes it out. Stewart down. There's very little left here for VonIvan. Luke's running forward. And just damage after damage after damage is happening. And you can just clearly see that the American healthcare system was a big part of the problem. Finally, they've got a little bit, but VonIvan thinks it's too late. And he drops out of the game. Very well played there by Ghost. Kept the pressure up. Good engagements with that Kubel in the early game. Very good to watch. And I think VonIvan made a mistake with the 50 cal. That should have been a ambulance. Because he just kept losing so much manpower. I mean, if you look at the player stats real quickly here. 17 to 49. That is quite interesting. Yeah? 1-1. Which means we have an ace game. Is Ghost going to cause an upset? Is Ghost going to get rid of VonIvan here? We will find out in the last series.
Well, just as we just spoiled it, we have the Master of Chaos, Mr. VonIvan himself, NA's finest, who's now been up a total of 24 hours plus. So he's literally running on fumes here, hoping to get that win in the first round.
And in the meantime, we got, I would call him a surprise from China. It's Mr. Ghost. If you look at him on the ladder, he has been gaining ranks quite fastly. And I think this is also the first tournament I actually see him in. And immediately stealing a game from VonIvan, that's not something you do if you don't know how to play the game.
Conscripts have arrived.
Very much so. It's actually really impressive. I've not heard of this guy before. So he's definitely a new face in the competitive side of COH2.
But what do you think of the sandbag on the cutoff?
Well, I'm personally not a fan of sandbags on the cutoffs, but he probably has a more leaned back approach. Whereas if you're defending a lot, I think it's not horrible. But if you leave your cutoff unprotected, it can really backfire.
Yeah. But we do have to mention that in this patch, the sandbag cover has changed. So you can't chuck units anymore on the other side. If you click on the conscript and try and chuck him in there, it's just not possible. So I think cut-off sandbags are going to be a lot more used if the patch is out.
Yeah, very good observation, I think. Speaking of build orders, we see triple conscript from VonIvan. Might be seeing a fourth one coming out any second now as well. Meanwhile, Ghost's going for the common MG into Grenadiers. And we'll see how many he's satisfied with.
I mean, VonIvan was only satisfied when he had 5 of them. I mean,
oh really?
5 is a lot. I think the last time I saw it in a tournament, it was when Aimstrong did it, when we had the G43 meta.
People are mentioning change score as well. It's an ace game, this game, so it's obviously 1-1 between these players. And as we can see, the first engagements handing out. MG42 forcing away one of VonIvan's conscripts on the left-hand side, and one Grenadier is getting very low on the right-hand side.
But I don't think there's enough DPS there to kill it. It did get some good hits in.
Yeah.
So both players won an engagement.
And very interesting maneuvering here. They are basically pushing each other's retreat paths currently.
Yeah, but that MG42 setup is very nice there from Ghost. Doesn't get the suppression off though. Lucky by VonIvan. Being able to keep that conscript on the field.
Got that Grenadier on the cutoff right now. VonIvan's cutoff down south. The Pioneer is getting very low. He has, he's paying attention, so no worries there for Ghost.
I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing here from Ghost. He full caps the cutoff, keeps his own shit connected, so he is getting an advantage here.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Just healing up for...
Soft retreating this Grenadier is not a good choice from Ghost. Gets another 2 models down. Liking
on the
that.
greedy side, but it looks like he's gonna get away just fine.
Healing up. VonIvan also has healing, which was a big issue for him in the game first with his USF. He just had to keep sending out units on 50-60% health. I think that lost him the game quite fast.
Yeah, and we see Battle Phase 1 coming up as well.
Do you think Ghost is going to go for the vehicle here?
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
I'm not sure. His Pioneers is leaving the base, so he's definitely not rushing anything out. He's not in a hurry. We'll see if he... Oh, he soft retreats back, it seems. He wants that tier 2 up. There we go. So, yes, I'd say we're definitely going to see a vehicle. He has the munitions. Nope, he has a rifle mate. Never mind. It's most likely going to be a 2-2.
It's a good engagement here for VonIvan on this fuel.
Yeah,
He's training quite effectively there.
and he keeps it connected as well, which is of course a goal as early game Soviets to get that T-70 out.
He already has 18-8 stacked, and of course in this patch, apart from getting the 18-8 upgrade, you also have the Molotov upgrade, which is quite cheap as well.
You can already see it being used. And The MG42 is getting flanked, but the Pioneer is most likely going to force the conscript away.
But MG42 is low though. VonIvan retreats instantly. Nice.
Yeah, might have been saved by the new formations as well, as since this is the new patch, as we mentioned a couple times now. The MG formations are completely different from live game, which means that the crew members actually sit in front of the gunner, usually saving him, which allows them to keep putting on that pressure.
2-2 is the vehicle of choice for Ghost. And VonIvan does have his tier 2 structure up, so Siskin probably coming soon. Ghost is trying to establish that triple cap once again.
And as the 2-2 makes its presence known, oh! VonIvan just ate a rifle nade there to the face, but he was luckily behind green cover, which means
yeah, that was some Ghost green cover, because I didn't see any green cover. So that was actually left there.
Pun intended.
Yeah. Oh no! Accidental pun.
Conscript getting very low though on the north fuel. Doesn't get the snare off. Is he going to chase here? Seems to be playing the safe game. There's probably some mind games here if you're looking from the Ostier player's perspective. VonIvan was going for a snare, which usually means he has a follow-up, right? So he's probably scared of a Siskan might being on the field. Which I think would be a good call, even though there isn't.
And VonIvan is actually skipping the Siskan because of his good fuel control and of course crossroads with a lot of standard points. He already has enough fuel for the T70 here.
Yeah. Of course, a new patch once again. T70 actually hits a bit earlier, considering tier 3 is 10 fuel cheaper. So it's a bit faster to get T70 if you want to skip that Siskan. But he does not go for the T7, he picks up on machine gun. Is this a misclick or...
Is it? I mean...
I'm not sure.
It's not on the same spot, so... Should not be a misclick. It's a pro gamer move that we are too bad to understand.
Yeah, might be the case here. It is the Master of Chaos after all. Maybe he's trying to confuse us.
But these LMG Grants are getting burned alive on the left hand side. You're gonna get away. Slight amount of health. And Ghost must have known it because he went for the second MG42 and not for the pack gun. So that's interesting as well.
Oh yeah, very true. Have you seen any tellers down? I think he has been focusing the LMG upgrades.
Yeah, LMG and the rifle nade.
Yeah. Some bad engagements going on here from VonIvan currently, both on the right hand side of the fuel as well as in the center and left side. Getting slowly pushed away.
Yeah, he's eating MG bullets everywhere.
Still no T70 queued, instead he opts for a Siskan. I'm a bit confused why he took up to tier 3 here.
Yeah, could have used that manpower and to put it into his...
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Getting those units out earlier. Did he want to rush 7 men? Mobilize reserves after this, perhaps?
Maybe.
Gun is ready for combat.
He needs to get in time though, because the clock is ticking.
The enemy is encroaching. Supply lines have been cut.
Oh, you can't do that anymore, VonIvan, because of the new MG formations. So you can't actually focus down a low HP machine gun anymore. At least not reliably, without gunning down the spotting crew members first. And we see VonIvan struggling here.
Yeah, this Ghost is looking good. Nice rifle grenade going in on the Siskan. Immediately wipes it! Ha, diggity. That was one hell of a rifle nade.
See a quick recrew though, and the 2-2 is in the middle of the cone. Can we see a long shot here, maybe with attack round?
Attack round.
Does not opt for it, yeah.
If you were Ghost at this point, would you go for the P4 or would you go for the Broom Bear?
I would probably just go for the P4 personally, but I can definitely see a case here for Brumbar for sure. What would you pick up, Dutchman?
What?
What would you do? Tier 4 or Bat Phase 3 or Battle Phase 2?
I would probably go P4 and then I'd lose the match and then be sad that I didn't go for the Broom Bear.
Yeah, that's a classic. We see Maxing being wiped out here by a Grenadier behind green cover. And VonIvan is slowly getting back into the map. But we have Ghost's army coming back from being healed.
Yeah, the floodgates of Mordor have opened here. 2 Grens and an MG are marching forward. Let's see if Ghost can defend. Or if VonIvan can defend here. Right. Gets a mine down nicely. No sweeper available for the either player. Oh, and going for the demo. But I don't think he has the time now. He notices he doesn't have the time.
VonIvan is doing really well though, I think.
Recruit his Maxim at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that demo. That's, you see that? That is one we have to keep notice of.
See it.
Those LMG guns are shredding the Krons.
I
Insane.
like how he planted that mine in front of it too. It's not gonna detonate it, but if someone walks on it, he's gonna have vision, which means he can click it.
Ooh, those engineers though, VonIvan not paying attention, engineers, so engineer goes down.
And this MG is
MG
stepping
is
right
going
into
in!
it!
Burp!
That's a huge loss!
Can he steal it though? Rifle has already been queued. He goes into the rifle.
Gotta insta-retreat here.
Oh, the LMGs. LMG is too strong.
One of our machine guns has been silenced. Enemy forces
Quite
are attempting
unfortunate
to
there
capture
for
our
Mr. VonIvan.
When
territory.
he needs to rebuild that engineer as well before he can go up a tier. P4 is already cooking.
We have an isolated sector. The enemy is taking what we have secured.
And these LMG Grenadiers are duking it out quite nicely. One of them already has 17 kills, one of them is on 16. Discount barrage, but the MG42 already retreated.
Yeah, VonIvan isn't just getting those engagements that he needs at this point, I feel. Very manpower expensive engagements.
It's only gonna get more expensive with that P4 out. Doesn't really have a lot of munitions to double snare or to put some mines down.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Grenadier might go down here.
Ooh,
and
nice.
It does, and it drops the LMG. For further salt in the wounds. The Maxim gets caught off guard, but he dodges the rifle nade perfectly down south.
But the MG42 is set up there. And the entire crew of that Maxim is standing in the MG42 arc. Not something they can survive.
Getting pushed away there.
Our machine gun turret has been destroyed.
Ghost goes back up north. Siskan slightly out of position, needs to start opening fire here so we can snare some of these vehicles.
Did get the hit connection. Does get the snare. Can he get that Siskan out of there? No, he's staying. He wants to kill the P4. He's going for it.
Looking rough.
There's another snare available. There's another snare. P4 going down here. Good pickup. Does lose the AT gun though.
Enemy forces are
And
destroying
conscript goes down as well.
That's unfortunate. No, there's no conscript down. What?
Yeah,
No, just the Siskan.
maybe it was the Siskan, yeah.
Just the Siskan.
You're probably right, yeah. Gets the snare on the 2-2. LMGs pushing straight into the conscript
Ooh,
fire.
LMG
firing a
42
rifle.
grand. Super low, super low. Oh, and MG Grand goes down. Absolute chaos at the moment. He's going for the
Classic
recapture there.
VonIvan game. 2-2 might go down here.
Oh, another grenade.
It's a rifle, Nate.
Our AT guns have been neutralized.
What is happening here? And he needs to save manpower so he can get that T-34 on the way. T-34 is cooking right now.
We are losing territory.
And we see Ghost picking up more grenadiers. I don't think he's realized the map control here. The taking choices. There's no AT for Ghost to speak of on the field.
Maybe he really depends on capturing that Siskin. But that T-34, man, it's coming, and it's coming fast. It's like all of a sudden VonIvan decided, like, I really do want to win the series.
Our territory is falling into enemy
But
hands.
he's not there, only 240 VPs remaining. Goes not too far off another tank, so... And there are a 4-man Gren. Are they gonna... Not moving for the Siskin.
T-34 ready for combat.
Wants to push away the cons first, it
We
seems.
need to re-establish our supply
Should be
lines.
safe though as soon as that MG has set it up. I don't see VonIvan grabbing that back in time. See the T-34
Are you
just beelining straight at Siskin.
Are you sure? I mean, I see something moving up. There's enough munitions for Faust available. And the engineer is going for it. Engineer is going towards that. No crush. He's going
This
for
is
it.
looking rough for Ghost now. There's no way.
Oh, that engineer's dead.
Shot off.
The Siskin is already down the model. And VonIvan is just sitting still. He's like, gonna kill it.
There we see that pack gun being picked up, but damage is probably already done here, I think. MG might go down on the right hand side. It's getting very low. Sis gets decrewed and Ghost is on the run from the left side.
This T-34 is going to the base.
And the
Another
entire
grenadier.
game's
Another
scripted.
grenadier.
Oh no.
The crush. No crush. Faust is coming in, but not enough damage yet. 2-2 in trouble now. Another grenadier gets crushed.
See an
Oh,
attack run.
nice. And VonIvan just became awake. And he's lighting up Ghost everywhere. And look at that. Look at how quickly he's capturing the map.
And he took back the Siskan as well. Very nice.
Took the
Ghost has enough
Siskin.
for a vehicle here. I'm not sure what it's waiting for. Oh, that we see. P4 being picked up once again. Wise decision.
And the fuel of VonIvan. Already enough for another T-34 and it's already cooking. Needs to watch out this T-34 now. Backen is lining up.
Late game ticking in here.
Ghost is toast. It's coming out of the chat. Conscript going low, throwing a Molotov before retreat.
Forces are attempting
Flare
to
goes
capture our
off.
territory.
Nice bit of DPS lost there. They will get away.
A sector has been cut off. We are dying.
And good capturing here on the part of VonIvan.
Yeah, the last couple of minutes we've seen the game switch around a complete 180. And it's now in
Definitely.
favor of VonIvan, I
A
would say.
new T-34 standing by.
Despite him being down to 200 VPs. That army value he has going on right now. And it's already enough fuel for a third T-34 if you can get the manpower there. Just insane.
Just insane indeed. Siskin lining up. Packen is there. E4 is there. I think we're gonna have an engagement on the left hand side there.
Enemy forces.
Siskin gets a shot in. T-34 is marching forward.
Oh, the pack is gonna block the P4! Oh no!
Another shot in.
No,
Disaster.
that's
Disaster.
And that's game!
That's game. Bloody game just changed in like 4 minutes.
Well played to VonIvan there, and Ghost just not realizing what he was up against there when it came to map control. That pack being so late and no AT on the field when the T-34 hit just completely changed the game.
Yeah. And Ghost just played the early game like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, based on the
Totally.
first 10 minutes, he definitely deserved a win there, but you can't make a mistake